All right, we got some breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. There was a shooting uh, right now, ladies and gentlemen. They're raiding a farm in Ventura County, California, a cannabis. Apparently, there was a whole bunch of illegals. Things have been happening all around the country when it comes to the ICE raids. Even a DHS Blackhawk landed in a weed farm. And as you can see here, there was a shooting that took place, ladies and gentlemen, and shots were fired from a rioter.
Here's a
Here's
protester fired some kind of gun at federal agents. This happened this
Yeah, they're trying to figure out how that's happened.
afternoon.
He kept shooting at them, and that happened a little earlier. Let me give you guys an update.
Of that is that there are questions as to how humanely this is being handled. Whether these people who are maybe here illegally.
Again, as you can see, a whole bunch of things. This is in Ventura, California, right? And a lot of people are calling on behalf of Gavin Newsom to do something about this. I want to show you that in just 1 second. And again, you got to be careful out there. This is again. Here's what happened. Anti-ICE. This is a little something from that raid. That raid is happening live right now, by the way. Here it is. People, they were jumping on board, and when this was happening, this is when the shots began to get fired. Yeah. So that is a ICE car, and again, this is live right now. Pretty insane what has taken place. This is a lot of field. Again, ICE operation in Southern California happening right now as we speak. Happening right now. All this stuff literally took place just moments ago. I'm going to play some more audios for you. Again, they're having a standoff. Earlier today, they had the standoff, and this is what it looked like. And there were shots fired from the standoff to the point when things went sideways, to the point where DHS Blackhawk landed.
Protesters who have showed up to vehemently protest what's going on here. And just in the last few minutes, Customs and Border Patrol helicopter has entered the scene here. They are landing in the middle of the farm as we speak. It does appear that they were not planning to be here as long as they have been. And so this helicopter that you're looking at here, guys, apparently just made a run over to Van Nuys Airport for some cases of water, which is what they're bringing into the scene here. So there are a whole team of ICE agents at the farm. There are other agents down there as well as the National Guard police standing guard and protecting Laguna Road as this enforcement action takes place right here, going into hour number 4 this afternoon. Again, a major situation aspiring here in Camarillo, and it does not appear that they were intending to stay this long.
Now, this is coming, this is after in Texas. People were arrested for planning and plotting to murder ICE agents. So this, I told you guys, this is happening. It's happening pretty fast. Here's some more from that. Apparently, this is what these ICE raids have been. This is the class right here. This is from up top. It's from the helicopter. Moments ago, again, this is all happening right in front of us, right in real time. This is some of what the ICE raid looks like. They made a whole bunch of arrests here. Again, this is a whole bunch of land, a whole bunch of cannabis land. Apparently, people were tipped off that this was happening. And so, but let me go to the helicopter. This is more of what it looked like. Again, chaos erupting. ICE agents versus leftists. Again, there's an arrest being made right there. Feds conduct immigration raid at a farm. There's a huge farm, by the way. Wonder how they found out about this. I guess a whole bunch of people were basically. And again, look, this is just crazy. A Blackhawk, DHA Blackhawk, had to literally make their way over to that area because things were getting really, really, really bad. Let me see if I could find more footage. But again, there was a shooting. Apparently, there's an investigation now of the shooting. Here's from the Associated Press. Yeah, this is the standoff happening right now. I'm going to show you guys the standoff happening still. But that's what it looked like. Things got pretty crazy, and then here's the standoff. right now. But again, if because you guys could see how big this was and how much ICE had to show up with in order to do this raid. So again, pretty insane stuff. Chaotic, by the way. The shooting video, you guys want to see that? For those who don't know, this is the shooting video. A rioter just opened fire on the ICE agents during a standoff in California. Democrats are enabling this, apparently. Start looking up politicians for incitement. And again, a lot of people are calling on behalf of Gavin Newsom to do something about this.
Take a look at this video right here.
We don't know what he was shooting, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Looks like he was shooting a gun. I don't want to show too much of it. Yeah, it looks like the weed farm. Apparently, it was reported from the reports that I read that there was a huge raid. That there was a whole bunch of illegals working on this farm. Apparently, like illegal immigrants were working on this farm, and this is what it looks like live right now. This is live right now. This is live right now. It was a huge ICE raid. Again, it was it was a huge. Here it is now. Here we are live now. We're live now. We got no sound, but this is the standoff. Things are beginning to get pretty crazy again, as you can see the ICE agents. This is an operation in Camarillo, California. This is all in California. And here are the protesters basically lining up against the ICE agents right here. They've tried to basically overrun them a few times. You guys saw how that ended up. It ended up getting pretty crazy. Yeah, ended up getting pretty crazy. Yeah, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. It's not looking too good. You know, I feel like a lot of these ICE raids, riots are getting underreported. If I'm being extremely honest with you, here's some more breaking news from what just happened.
Democrats have been itching for a civil war ever since Trump descended down the golden escalator. They tried everything: Mueller, COVID, crooks, Alvin Bragg, but nothing's sticking. And the base is going crazy. Liberals are forming an axis of evil with criminal illegals, and they're conducting urban warfare against ICE. We just learned the crew strapped with tactical gear that ambushed officers at an ICE facility in Texas were even more militant than we first realized. The FBI is on the hunt for a 12th suspect who shot a corrections officer using two different rifles. One of them had a binary trigger, which allowed him to fire more rapidly than a standard.
Yeah, this is the stuff that happened in Texas. Thank you so much, Danny Morales. Thank you so much for your $20 donation. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much.
Semi-automatic. If you see this man, call 911.
If you haven't smashed the like button, please do that. Share this video as well, please. Thank you.
Dangerous. And a Fox News alert, we're following a massive clash shaping up outside of LA. Federal agents shutting down an illegal cannabis farm staffed by migrants. But hordes of resistors showed up to fight. Agents had to deploy tear gas to clear the road. The standoff has been going on for hours, and feds had to resupply federal agents who were boxed in. The U.S. Marshals were called in for backup, and they've arrested a handful of agitators. One of the protesters was found to be carrying a gun. So far, at least 3 people have been hospitalized. ICE needs more manpower. The big, beautiful bill will give it to them, but in the meantime, these agents are out on an island. Another radical just got arrested after he tried to run ICE agents' cars off the road. The guy's a U.S. citizen who was out.
Yo, it's getting crazy out there. Do you guys hear what's going on? Like this is crazy.
Out on bond for felony drug charges. Pretty sure the judge isn't going to like that. For some, it's road rage. Others want to be jailbait and are going to Alligator Alcatraz for a date.
In less than 24 hours, I'm driving to Alligator Alcatraz to resist the atrocities going on there. I barely have enough money to make it there with gas, and I'm taking time off work, who have been very understanding, but I'm not sure I'll have a job to come back to. And I am afraid of bugs and snakes, and I don't like camping. and I don't like being outdoors. I'm terrified, and yet I still feel like it is worth it to sacrifice my comfort and my privilege and whatever else, because there's a concentration camp that my government built, and I can get to it, and I can do something.
Mentally ill people are driving to my.
Hold on, guys. We got breaking news here. We got breaking news. This is live right now. Live right now. I wonder what's happening here. Again, we got no sound, but this is coming from a helicopter. This is live in California. This guy apparently they're following him. I don't know what's going on. Everybody's recording him. I guess he got jumped by the rioters. I don't know who this guy is. I have no idea. But something's happening here where the whole crowd is following this. So I'm going to keep my eye on this. Again, this is all happening live right now. While other videos are showing the operation from ICE happening right now. And again, that same area. But this is the outside. This guy is getting in his car. I don't know who he is. Did he just get beat up or something? I don't know what's been happening here. I'm not sure what's happening. I'm trying to figure it out, honestly. But again, this is what it looked like. It was a huge farm, a very huge farm. Again, there was video footage of a shooting of a man. One of the rioters was shooting at one of the ICE agents. And this is the crowd. So again, yeah, this is live right now. This is the standoff. There's a standoff. Apparently, I saw reports earlier that more people are on the way to this area to stand off with the ICE agents as they conduct, the ICE arrest and all this stuff happens. So yeah, this is getting pretty crazy there. That one man saved his life. That's what it seemed like to me. I was trying to figure out what was happening there, but man, I'm telling you, this is we are in dangerous territory as a country, man. We really are. Especially, seeing this clip right here. Everybody's reacting to this, and I told you guys are probably going to be the first ones to see it on this channel, because usually a lot of stuff that I report on this channel comes out later on. But this was live. This literally happened just moments ago. Literally. Let me make sure that I fix the title here, so that way more people can understand what's happening. I don't want people to not understand what's happening here. Rioter just opened the fire on ICE agents during standoff in California. Happening now to make sure. But yeah, so federal agents, again, this is from the Associated Press. There's a lot of people showing up now. There's not that many agents though. And again, even a Black Hawk had to literally show up. I showed you guys the video of the Black Hawk having to land on the water. I mean, yeah, to land over there because of what was happening.
But whether they're being offered or can be pointed in the direction of a path to citizenship, there certainly is that criticism. But you also have Republicans at the same time accusing Democrats and those on the left of amplifying this rhetoric against federal agents and ICE agents. So we're seeing this finger pointing.
All right, Julia, we may have to step away really quickly here. The situation at the farm has escalated. It looks like a lot of tear gas and whatever this green smoke is as well. And a protester threw something toward the ICE officers there, but a lot of cars turning around and exiting. So it looks like something happened that forced that crowd to turn and run. Rich, are you still?
Yeah, so as we're listening to the radio chatter down here, the fire department actually had to leave this zone and head back to their where they have set up a command center for treatment for the civilians. And they said that they needed to leave the area because the crowd was starting to get a little more hostile. So for the safety of the fire department, they have left this zone here on Laguna Road. And then shortly after that is when we started seeing the tear gas and the flashbangs and the pepper balls being fired back towards the crowd. But the crowd was also picking up items, rocks, whatever I guess they can find on the ground, and starting to throw them back towards federal agents, which is just going to create an even more volatile situation here.
Yeah. So, whoa, wait a minute. What is happening here? They're throwing more stuff. Is that a ice truck? Whoa, 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 whoa! What is happening? Whoa, they're throwing stuff. Whoa, I don't even know if I could. Okay, so apparently this is some of the stuff that happened earlier. Okay, got it. Yeah, this is what it looked like. This is the scene. Look, they're throwing rocks at these ICE agents' trucks as they're leaving. I guess there's a bunch of people in there. Some people trying to stop them. They were throwing a whole bunch of stuff at them. But this is what America looks like today in 2025. Who are these guys is the question. Who are these guys? We don't know. Some of them could be American. Some of them could be not. I'll show it regardless. Hopefully, YouTube. But these guys, ICE agents, they're just headed out. They're getting rocks thrown at them. Man, oh my goodness, that was insane. That is crazy. Look how big the farm is, though. So everybody's everywhere. They got to go through that whole farm. Look how big that farm is, though. That is crazy. So this is what is happening today. What is happening right now? So, damn, that was wild. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was wild footage of. That was some wild stuff. That's not even funny. I'm not even laughing. I'm just saying, like, that was wild. All right, so here's the standoff on the other side. I guess so. There's a side where the ICE agents are leaving from, and then there's one side where they're having a standoff. Here. The fact that they are running away is this kind of behavior. I'm late. Yeah, this is the marijuana farm and in California. Yes, this is it. Yeah, this is what's happening right now. It's been happening since earlier. But again, there was again, for those who are coming in here for the first time, there was fire that was opened. Fire was opened at federal agents. There was, obviously the video that went viral, the video that's going viral right now, everybody's talking about, is this video right here of, again, coming from eyewitness ABC News of this guy he's just shooting something. Again, we don't know what he's shooting. Looks like a Glock, looks like a gun, looks like something. He's just shooting, and then they're all running away. This one was moments ago. This one was captured on camera, and it was reported by, again, Eyewitness News. And then right now, as we speak, there is a huge standoff happening right now. As you can see, there is Mexican flags everywhere. A bunch of cars of a bunch of civilians parked up who are protesting against what's been happening and the ICE raids. Here's my thing. I'll be honest with y'all, I'm confused now. How did Obama manage to deport that many people without this? Like, Obama, how many people did Obama deport? Obama deported how many people? Like maybe like 3 million, 4 million. And like there were raids that happened. I remember in New York City, I remember when I was younger, this is like 2012, 2013, if I'm not mistaken. And there was this lady that used to sell ices, and she ended up getting deported. But she got grabbed up on the street in 2000, I think it was like 2013 under the Obama administration. So 3 million people were deported, and none of this ever took place. None of this. But yeah, so that's what's happened. As you can see, a whole bunch of uniformed men. The DHS, I know the DHS and ICE working hand in hand on this. Yeah, they're working hand in hand on this. So again, this is live footage. For those who are asking, this is live footage. We got no commentary as of right now. No commentary. Here is another video of this. Take a listen.
And a Fox News alert, we're following a massive clash shaping up outside of LA. Federal agents shutting down an illegal cannabis farm staffed by migrants. But hordes of resistors showed up to fight. Agents had to deploy tear gas to clear the road. The standoff has been going on for hours, and feds had to resupply federal agents who were boxed in. The U.S. Marshals were called in for backup. and they've arrested a handful of agitators. One of the protesters was found to be carrying a gun. So far, at least 3 people have been hospitalized. ICE needs more manpower. The big, beautiful bill will give it to them, but in the meantime, these agents are out on an island. And a Fox.
These agents are out on an island, says. And again, I told you guys, this video is going viral. Everybody is posting this video now. Everyone is posting that video. Everyone and their mother, because they actually can't believe what they just saw. They can't believe that somebody opened fire on broad daylight. And this is not the first time we've seen a video like this. Not the first time we've seen a video like this. At all, from someone opening fire. But yeah, no, it's real. It's real. It's definitely real. Here we go. Tim Pool says, holy ish. Video shows anti-ICE extremists draw what appears to be a gun and open fire on law enforcement. Everybody's talking about that. So there's always stuff that happens. Again, so you can see right here. Send in the Marines. Things are getting pretty crazy. We haven't seen. I know we've seen ABC report on this, but we have not seen. Let me see. Let's see. Vacation in South California. Send in all the military. Martial law is the plan, but the only one that can actually make martial law would be Trump, right? So, yeah. If we don't respond, let me read some of your guys' comments. Again, look how big that is. That's huge, bro. That means whoever runs this is making a lot of money. It's making a lot of money here. They just getting raided left and right. If we don't respond correctly, there will be more and more guns fired every day. That's what I said. I think this will be the start of what I think is about to happen. Yeah, that's a huge farm. Yeah, I mean, you could take this serious. You cannot. All I'm saying is all it takes is this. People start firing and nothing happens to those people. Just know this is not going to be the first or last time that you will see people firing at agents. It's going to start with ICE agents, then it's going to start and it's going to continue on and on and on. That's what it is. That's what is going to happen. People feeling comfortable, doing that, and I just, we've been talking about chaos and civil chaos for a long time, but this is what it looks like. Somewhat what it looks like. It was reported that it was it was illegally ran. That it was illegally the farm was illegal. Well, that's the thing. They're rating the fact that the farm was hiring illegal migrants to work, and they were paying them under the table. That's what the reports were indicating in this situation. Somebody said, I didn't see any gun. I don't know, bro. Might have to look at the video again. All I'm saying is, you didn't see a gun. I don't know what he's pointing there. That might be a phone. He's pointing a phone. He's also pointing a phone. So it's not a gun. He's pointing a phone. He's doing that with the phone. And the phone.
Here it appears a protester fired.
What does that look like? I don't know. It's probably a legal firearm. Yeah. I don't know. Where did you see the gun? I didn't see anything. Nothing's gonna happen to this guy. I'll tell you that though. The way things happen, you know what I mean? This guy is obviously
some kind of gun at federal agents. This happened this afternoon. It was a really chaotic scene at the time. A lot of smoke was being launched.
Yeah, he's just doing that with a phone, I guess. But that was the video. I didn't see no phone. Now you guys didn't see a gun. They didn't see any gun. You're blind as a. I don't know. People want to act up in the comments. They're just trolling, bro. You know how it goes. People start trolling. But think about it however you want to think about it. All I'm saying is, yeah, that's how you know shit's about to get crazy. And things are already getting crazy because the big beautiful bill is now about to fund more agents. And it's now, I think it gives ICE $160 billion in funding. So now you're about to really see how people really feel about ICE and how people really feel about what's going on. So yeah, that's what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. So this is live right now, live. All right, let's see what this is about. Again, there's I told you there's more people showing up now with Mexican flags. I think there's a lady yelling at these guys, and they're trying to block this truck from going out. I think they're blocking them in. So yeah, that's pretty wild. Or we're watching that live. Yeah, yeah. Newsom. What is Trump gonna say about this when he sees this? That's gonna be a good question. Man. What is he gonna say? Yeah, they're being blocked in. Is that what it is? I wish that there was some type of audio with this, but there's not. Look, that lady she's a big old lady. She's being told to get out, so she's now getting out. And now they're gonna let the truck finally go through with nothing happening to it. There's some people running. There it is. El Paso, Texas. It's great to catch you guys live as well. Great to catch you guys live as well. The Block Ice app needs to be shut down. I think that's probably what it was. How they found this was probably through the Ice app. Yeah, it's probably was through that app. The news, yeah, the news is out there. They're having a lot of fun. They're having a lot of fun out there. The news can't wait for this. As you can see, people are getting fed. They're getting food. Some people are putting on masks as well. Should ICE agents be masked? That's the question. That's the real question. You know, should ICE agents be masked? That's a lot of people are very mad about that. They said that they don't like that. They don't like that these agents act that way, that they are masked up and they like just start, you know. So somebody say yes, yes, yes. I actually think no. I don't know why. Why no? I actually don't like that. I agree that I don't think any agents should be masked. I don't like that. Like that's like police being masked. I don't like that either. Um, yeah. It just to me just not a good look. That's my opinion though. Protect themselves and their family. Um, they should not be masked. Somebody say, "Who cares what I like?" I don't care what you like either, bro. You get mad because you don't agree with me. Rioters are masked too. Yeah. Remember, ICE is a part of the is a federal attachment to them too. You know what I mean? So somebody say you're being stupid. No, I just have an opinion you don't like. Unsubscribed because you're gonna unsubscribe because I said I don't like agents being masked. Some of you guys are just keep them masked. Um, yeah, I mean that's your opinion. I don't know. I don't like that. That's it's a dumb thing to say that I don't like agents wearing masks. All right, cool, bro. Cool story. Yeah, people are too sensitive. That's the thing. I mean, if you don't like if you don't like that, then if we could just agree to disagree on that, you know. But calling me names and trying to unsubscribe them says a lot about the right nowadays. The right is a lot more sensitive than I thought. This is why I never can't associate yourself with everything and everybody because there's things you don't like and you tell them about that. They just the right actually becomes the left immediately. You know what I mean? You never hear a real response anymore nowadays. It's just, do I like protesters wearing masks? No. Show your face. Everybody should show their face. I don't like protesters. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like these protesters at all. I've had many arguments with these protesters. There was a protester that tried to dox me. They failed, but yeah, I understand. But most of these guys wear face masks and stuff like that. So they're weirdos. So yeah, I don't like that at all. I don't like these protesters at all. Mask people keep their families safe. I just think that's how it starts. You know what I mean? That's how it's. You know what I mean? We're. I don't know. I'm just not turned on by too much force. I've always been that way because of how I grew up or where I grew up. But we're not talking about Americans. We're talking about illegals, and that's the difference where you got to draw the line. So that's why I would draw the line. 100%. That's why I would draw the line. And then this guy waving a Mexican flag, like that's to me, that's like, why are you waving a Mexican flag in the United States of America? And you know what's crazy about this is that Mexico is trying to deport Americans in Mexico, and they're also trying to deport immigrants in Mexico. So Mexico, some of the biggest hypocrites I know. Even all like Mexicans call out Mexico because Mexico is so hypocritical. Like, this is the most insane thing. Waving a Mexican flag in the United States of America and the country you want to stay in makes no sense to me. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. And like, there's Mexicans, you know what I mean, like that do that. Like, as like Mexicans call that out too, though. That's the thing. Somebody said, "What's next? You don't like bulletproof? You don't like bulletproof or vest or helmets?" Oh man, you guys are so sensitive, bro. So sensitive, bro. So sensitive. I am in Texas. Yeah, I'm happily in Texas. Yeah, I'm happily in Texas. Somebody said burn a flag, burn the Mexican flag. Now I just think that there's hardly any American flags out there ever. You know what I mean? That's the issue. So this is what it looks like inside of this raid. Yeah, this is what it looks like inside of this raid. And the raid has been going on for a long time now. But yet, again, things have been getting pretty crazy. Viva la raza. Somebody said, "Where's my effing mask?" Sure. I remember when they tried to make us wear masks outside. And we were all like against masks. Now you got like, I was like, everybody's pro mask in the comments because of what I said. Jeez, Louise. Oh, you guys are pro mask now, huh? Yeah. What is happening? Yeah, this is yeah. So again, the shooting, that we haven't had any reports, but I know that there's going to be like Trump's head honcho is going to be talking about that. Uh, Stephen Miller will be talking about the shooting. I think they're going to be talking about what just happened. They're going to be also talking about Gavin Newsom and how he's to blame for enabling something like this. But yeah, we're just in dangerous territory, man. We are. All right, here we go. So I got more video, more footage from the outside. This is what it looks like from the inside. Apparently, it has just been revealed that a massive immigration raid in Camarillo, California, is against a marijuana farm who is suspected of having a massive illegal hiring scheme. That's the report that's coming out here in California.
Do not panic. Do not run. Do not run. They took your mom?
A lot going on, ladies and gentlemen. A lot going on. There is a lot going on. Wow. So, camera went dark. Some of these cameras went dark. I want to make sure that we get back to. Okay, this is the helicopter. Go back to that. Let me see. Let's see what's going on here. All right, somebody sent $10. I want to make sure that I read this. Somebody said human trafficking going on in there. Probably, man. I would not be shocked or surprised. Masks are also for disease control. Is a case of spit throws fluid. I understand your point. A lot of guys on the cover stuff for testifying against people. ID out could blow that cover. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point, bro. Lou, if you say no for ICE wearing a mask, you are stupid and you're not American. Okay, bro. Okay, brother. Where's the sympathy for Americans who have been unalived by them? Good question. It's a good debate. Good question. And the important thing in Mexican is because the cost of living there is going up because Americans moved there. Yeah, Americans moving to Mexico is just ironically some of the things that are wrong uh, with the situation of Mexico because the cost of living has gone high because of Americans moving there. So they're trying to deport the Americans moving there. And then Americans are trying to deport them. It's just like back and forth, deportation. Damn. You know what I'm saying? Just deportation news all over the place. Best moves to take flight is to take the free flight and $1,000 and fill out the paperwork. Look, again, that's why in America, so we can have our own opinions. No need to be ugly. That's what I'm saying. Damn, I don't know why you coming at me for. The hell I do. This is live right now. Yes, this is live right now. There's a standoff happening. More people are driving toward this place. Once the raid happened, a whole bunch of people got arrested. As the trucks were leaving, people started throwing rocks. And as they were throwing rocks and a whole bunch of stuff was happening, there was a man who appeared to have a gun. And he was clapping, bow, bow. He was shooting at them. That's what it looked like. Didn't the Supreme Court say so it's okay for Trump to send illegal he wanted to? I think there were countries that they approved of. That's yes. So the Supreme Court did approve of. I think it was like 4 countries, if I'm not mistaken, that they could be sent to. Whose ball is it? What was down? Let me see. BS about the living in Mexico, the cost of living in Mexico, and their government does not care for their people, and poverty is rampant. Mexicans in those other countries. Thank you for your comment, bro. Appreciate you. What did you think would happen? Trump is a chicken. I'm reading all these comments, so I apologize if I read comments that are not the best. Masks are part of uniform to exact extent. Should be no argument about law enforcement wearing masks. There's unpredictable territory. Masks are the most important issues here. Not the most important issues. I agree. I hear you, bro. The way I would put it would be like if the Democrats get in power, and let's just take away from ICE. Democrats get in power, and then FBI agents start raiding Trump supporters, and they're wearing masks. Where would you draw the line? That's just a question that I have because I remember when the FBI was being weaponized against Trump supporters, and if they show up to your house to arrest you because of something you posted online or J6, and they had masks on, and I remember people having issues with them having masks on. I think that the other side can do it. And I think that they will eventually when, if the tide is turned and Democrats become in power again in the next presidency, the administration, I would not be surprised if they start arresting people that don't agree with them and they're wearing masks while they do it. That is what I think would eventually take place. That's all I'm saying. I think it starts somewhere. That's just my opinion, though. I think that that's what would happen. I understand why cops wear masks, but not the public. All right. Let's see. The FBI. So will already wear masks. We will fight back liberty. Oh, those are people being arrested, if I'm not mistaken. People being arrested. Now, here's the thing. I have a question. Before I get up out of here, I have a question, right? So they say that Trump is for the billionaires, right? And Trump is for the billionaires and all these things happening. But don't billionaires make the most money from hiring illegal immigrants or people that don't have paperwork? Because if they hire somebody that doesn't have paperwork, they can pay them less instead of paying an American, right? Why would Isn't that taking away money from billionaires and these corporations? Isn't Trump the enemy of the billionaire by doing that? Because and that's where the whole amnesty bill comes from. Because there's a lot of farms that hire people for a super low amount. Yeah, like I was just thinking, I was thinking about that actually. Like when he first came up with the whole immigration thing, like I'm like, wait, corporations make the most money from illegal immigration. Like these builders and like they all hire illegal immigrants because they could pay them way below the rate that they could pay an American. So these corporations are really like taking advantage of illegal immigration, right? So they love illegal immigration. They're all billionaires, they're all builders, they all do these things. But then like Trump is like threatening their businesses. So wouldn't Trump be their enemy? I don't know. Is it like not that hard to see, right? Like I don't. That's why Elon is mad. Yeah, no, I agree. I think that, but that was the whole HB1 visa, if I'm not mistaken, where people could come to do those jobs. That's why Elon is mad. Elon is mad because they took away his mandates and cheap Indian labor. I'm not disagreeing with you. I actually agree with that. Was like one of the main things that was like the super argument about that. It was like a super argument. But now the Trump administration, I think they were trying to do the whole amnesty for illegal immigration. You know, yeah. Nah, it's pretty crazy. See, yeah, that's why they hate him because he's cutting into their profits. Yeah, I agree. You know what's crazy about that is like Republicans and Democrats. Lou, I agree with you on Elon, disagree on Matt. Still love you. Yeah, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. Okay. Nothing happening as of right now. Again, all the stuff that took place as soon as the live started. Things have slowed down a little bit. But no, illegal immigration is a benefit to a lot of these corporations. It really is. Paying under the table. Pay under the table. I remember when I was like 18 years old, right? My uncle, uh, he's not an illegal. My uncle's American, but I was 18 years old. This is like 2015, if I'm not mistaken. And I ended up going to one of these factories. It was a Welch factory. And I ended up, like boxing things and stuff like that. I did it for like a week. I couldn't really do it. And I was just looking for a job. And everybody there is like, they didn't have paperwork. The only reason they were working there is because they didn't have paperwork. Yeah, they were making an arrest right there. So yeah, these factories and corporations are, yeah. Oh man, it's crazy. It gets like that. School kids, yeah, yeah, they're making an arrest right there. Goliath was taken with a sling and a stone. But that's you got to think that's the way they're looking at it too. It's like the left is looking at that this same way. The left is looking at ICE like the big bad wolf. That's how they're looking at ICE. Hi Lou. My family came into this country legally. Keep the good work. Greetings from VA, Virginia in the building. Ursula, thank you so much for your donation. I think you've donated to this channel before, so thank you so much. Also, I've missed a donation from Donna. Donna said Trump should call martial law. That will make everybody go indoors and just start arresting them door to door. Again, are you guys a fan of martial law? That's the thing. It's like I'm not a fan of martial law. I'm not a fan of the like I know how things got. That's how we got. Remember COVID? That was the same thing. It was like curfew and all these things. Like if martial law becomes necessary, it's gonna have to be necessary. You know what I mean? But man, Martial arts. I need to go home if they want me to go back. They came back the right way or chosen, yes. Yes, rather like it or not, martial law is going to be necessary. This is going to turn into a war zone if no martial law. I don't think billionaires hire any illegals more than any other business demographic. In fact, smaller businesses would be more likely to hire illegals due to less oversight, less audits. I would, I would, I think I think you make a good point, but from my analysis, corporations hire the most illegal people. Do you know what I mean? They hire the most illegal people. Like corporations do this, right? The Welch Corporation that I worked for when I was 18 years old, all these factories and all these that's why like this is happening. Like Walmart, why did Walmart have that type of overreaction? There would be a reason for that. Somebody say, go get a job. This is my job. This is what I love to do. I like to come on here. I like to make videos for Elizabeth. Elizabeth right there. I like to make videos for Debbie. I like to make videos for Jennifer. I like to update them on what's going on. I like to make a video for Deshaun. I like to make videos for Patty. I like to make videos for T. Williams. I like to make videos for Angel Rodriguez. I like to make videos for Brian. I like to make videos for Damon, even though Damon was the one that told me to get a job. I like to make a video for Dehydrated Nurse. I like to make a video for Rocky. So shout out to everybody here. Appreciate you. I like to make a video for Mike Gomez. Shout out to Mike Gomez. Love you, bro. Starbucks, yeah, all these people. I would say they all hired. So again, like, where is Trump and these billionaires? Like, wouldn't they be falling out? You know what I mean? I like to make videos for Mills. What's up, Mills? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Do a great job. You do it every day. Semper Fidelis. Semper Fidelis. I hope I'm saying your name right, bro. Sent $100. Appreciate you, bro. Barry, I do a video for you too, man. This is your job, says Elizabeth. This is your job. Glad you're in my city. Welcome to Texas. So glad you're in Texas. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. What part of LA this is at? This is in I want to make sure I get the name right because I did read it wrong. Last time it was in South California. I want to make sure I get it's Camarillo, California. Southern California, Camarillo. That's where it's at. Yo, that's a marine deal. Camarillo. Yes, U.S. Marine model. So they're having a standoff right now. So if anything goes down, we're gonna be the first to see it. Hopefully nothing happens though, but yeah. Surprisingly, Trump has made no comment yet. Oh, he will. Trust me, he will. He will. He will. He will make a comment about this. Trust me when I say that. He definitely will make a comment about this. We will get that. And when we do, we will let me actually look right now to his Truth Social. He's gonna make a comment about this. And you know who he's gonna come down on. You know who he's going to come down on. He will be coming down on Gavin Newsom. Yeah, Gavin Newsom. He will be coming down on him. Okay. Gavin Newsom makes a post. Gavin Newsom says kids running from tear gas, crying on the phone because their mother was just taken from the fields. Trump calls new scum, but he's the real scum. And then somebody under his post said, yeah, but what about the protester firing weapons at federal law enforcement enforcing laws that you had no problem with Barack Obama enforcing? Again, there's so much hypocrisy happening here. There is so much hypocrisy happening right now, and it's causing violence. Bro, I'm telling you, man. You ever see the end of America? You ever see it? Like you ever picture what America's ending could be? And I hate picturing that shit. I do. It irks my nerve. But when stuff like this happens, it makes me like think of what could be. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, what could be? And I think it's stuff like this. You know what I mean? Like, it's stuff like where other politicians are coming at this guy politician, and people are firing in the streets, and this is happening. The next thing you know, militias start to form, and I don't even want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. But bro, it's like these politicians, like, they don't give a damn. Look, everybody's under his post. ALX is a part of. I met ALX in person. It's a cool guy. And here we go. So James Klug also says that's crazy. Anyways, isn't this a part of the protest? Again, he's only showing you the part where the kid is crying and this stuff is happening, but he's not showing you somebody firing. Like, bro, like, he's not even showing you that part. Crazy. Oh man, that's sickening to me, bro. Like that, this guy is so fake. Was there talk in the news? Not there was talk in the news a long time ago about children working in factories illegally, and maybe there's no type of. No, it could be connected. I did see a whole bunch of reports of kids, working along. But this was stuff that I think has been happening for some time. Again, I don't think you have to be of a certain age to go into a factory and work with your mother or something like that. I think they don't care. Again, these corporations will hire anyone and everybody that can get the job done. Yeah. He's not, yeah, Gavin Newsom just, again, he's trying to control the narrative, and many people will fall for his narrative. Let's go back live real quick, see what's happening live. All this is doing, though, is enticing the situation to get worse. You know what I mean? To get worse. Child labor, yeah. No amnesty. It is sickening. Yeah, so that's they're having a standoff. They're getting closer. Again, it is 8:39 p.m. Central Time where I'm at, so that means it is 6:39, and it is that could be the time. And ever since I moved to Central Time, my timing has been an hour behind, obviously, but it's been kind of messed up. Right now, it's 9:40 Eastern Time, which would be 6:40 West Coast time. So, yeah, that's what's going on. See what is happening again. Yeah, this is inside of the location. Yep. All right, let me read some more of your guys' comments again. This is what's been happening. It's 8:40. Yeah, it's 8:40 right now in Texas. I'm pretty sure I have a heavy Texas audience. See what's going on. Yeah, ABC was the one that reported it. Yeah. Oh, this was the video that I was trying to show you guys earlier. So this was the standoff that happened. As you can see here, there is a woman, then there is somebody else holding a flag, and they're in front of this truck.
This is happening at Wood and Laguna, and you now see the military vehicles advancing despite.
Yeah, the military vehicles. They were trying to stop the military vehicles.
Those protesters trying to make a stance and trying to stop the military vehicle from continuing on. And there's cameras rolling, cell phone cameras rolling. And this group of people are really trying to get this military vehicle to stop, and it doesn't appear that it will. It is continuing to push forward, and now the people are moving away from in front of that military vehicle, which is a good thing. We don't want to see anyone get hurt, but again, you see this grouping of military vehicles advancing toward the federal agents.
She put the flag in between the wheels.
Further down on the street.
Yo, why are they not military vehicles? What would you say these vehicles are? Are they not military vehicles? Correct me if I'm wrong, please. Somebody. Uh, yeah, that's literally what happened. Took place. No, that place is huge. That place is huge. I mean, they are military vehicles, fire trucks, military. Looks like it. I wouldn't call these anything else. Specifically, I would not know. Transporters, bro, please. Utility vehicles, military utility vehicles, they're definitely from military. Not argue with that. Why do we argue that? Why are we arguing against that? I bet half of the protesters are not Hispanic. In New York, I would say yeah. In California, I would say most of them are Hispanic. California, it's like a bunch of progressive whites and a whole bunch of Hispanics. In New York, I could tell you it's a lot of progressive people from Brooklyn. Yeah. That New York, I've been to these protests, man. If there is a black person, they're usually gay or they usually just, and if there's a Hispanic person, again, they're usually like, I don't know. But that's just me. That's my experience. New York is a little different from California. It just seems like nothing but Mexicans. Am I wrong though? Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, I see the narrative you're saying. You're saying that the new newscaster is given the expression that they're sending in the military. I get it. I get what you mean. But it looks like that's the vehicles. ICE is using vehicles from the military, I think. I don't know. Unless these are some other vehicles. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody please correct me if I'm wrong on that. I would like to know what the name of these vehicles would be. You know what I mean? But I get what you're saying. Yeah, they would be using that as an example, like, oh my God, they're using the military against the American people. You know, that. National Guard. Okay, but National Guard. I mean, that's the thing, though. The National Guard is still like a component of the U.S. military. So these are big vehicles, bro. Military transport vehicles, yes. So it's not the military going and terrorizing Americans. That's what they're trying to say this is. They're dying for that to be the case, you know? Highway Patrol has it as well. All right, guys. Well, that's the update. I don't want to be on here for more than an hour. If there is another update about what's going on in the world of politics and the world of everything, I'd like to definitely get back on and give you guys as many updates as I possibly can. But again, Gavin Newsom, God, Gavin Newsom is so bad, bro. He's so bad. Like the fact that he literally tried to like act like there was like not a shooting at the ICE agents is crazy. But that's what's going on. So I'll see you guys on the next one. If you haven't smashed the like button, please smash the like button right now. I'd love for you to do that. If you haven't just yet, right before we end this live, smash it. I appreciate everybody, and I'll see you guys in a bit. As always.